Hi, I'm Rick Cutter with Digital for Utilities. Today, we're in conversation with Deepak, VP of Energy, Natural Resources, and Utilities at Wipro. How are you?
Very good, Rick. Good to be talking to you.
Same here. Great to see you today and looking forward to seeing you in person at the summit this year.
No, likewise, Rick. We're very, very deeply invested in the utilities sector and obviously in driving cloud-enabled transformation for our utility clients. So we strongly believe that this summit offers us a great opportunity, and we've been supporting this event since its inception. And you probably recall that last year we came together with one of our customers to jointly speak about a cloud transformation success story, and then we're hoping to bring another client this year as well.
Fantastic. We look forward to meeting with you, your clients, and having you participate in the event. So thank you for your continued support. We greatly appreciate it. So I know you're new to Wipro, but you're a veteran to the energy and utility space. Can you tell our audience a little about your new role and about your experience? And also, what made you decide to go with Wipro?
Definitely, Rick. Now, I'm responsible for Wipro's energy, utilities, natural resources, and I also have the engineering and construction sectors here in the Americas. Prior to Wipro, I spent a couple of years running a startup that built software service solutions focused on things like geospatial, IoT, data, and AI solutions. And utilities were a big segment for us, as part of that business. And some of my early clients at that time leveraged us for AMI programs, substation solutions, carbon tracking. Prior to that, I spent about 15 years at Cognizant, where I ran their digital systems and technology business. And that was all focused on the resources segments, and the process helped a number of US utilities in their technology transformation programs. And to answer the last part of your question, there were really three things that brought me to Wipro. First was the fact that more than 67% of our profits, goes back to society, supporting many of our philanthropic efforts. Second was the new operating model and the ethos that's built around what we call our 5 habits, including a renewed focus on customers that our CEO theory has been driving over the last couple of years. And lastly, the deep domain expertise and the scale of the E&U practice at Wipro.
I know Wipro offers products and services and implements all the major software solutions. Can you update us at a high level regarding your product and service offerings?
No, certainly, Rick. Now, as you know, Wipro has almost 3 decades of experience working with utilities, and over this period, we've actually built one of the strongest utility practices in the industry, and our domain-led approach is really central to our strategy. Now, we have over 10,000 consultants supporting some of the largest utilities globally. We lead our business with business solutions and offerings that really are the intersection of that industry domain and the technology. And our focus is to maximize business outcomes by converging themes across the industry, getting products, services, and many of the ecosystem partners together as we develop and tailor some of these specific business solutions. Now, as part of this, what we do is we proactively conceptualize, we orchestrate and deploy value by bringing in that domain knowledge that I just talked about, and many of our partners, especially the hyperscalers, to solve complex problems for our clients in a very seamless manner. And as part of this, we are co-investing, co-innovating, and co-creating with these hyperscalers and industry-leading platform players, everybody from AWS, Microsoft, Google, Salesforce, SAP, Oracle, to name a few, and to drive some of these leading-edge solutions. And so together with our partners, we're seeing great traction in areas like cloud-led modernization, AI, machine learning, and utility-specific solutions like CSS, digital asset management, and cloud-native architectures. Now, Full Stride Cloud Services is an example of how we have actually stitched together a portfolio of cloud offerings, talent that we have internally, the capabilities and cloud studio assets under one umbrella to better orchestrate this cloud journey for our clients. And we continue to make strategic investments in high growth areas like data, AI, cybersecurity, and engineering. And as of date, we've committed over $1 billion to our Full Stride Cloud Services over the next few years. Now, a few examples of some of these solutions that we've actually built includes solutions for sustainability solutions for utilities, core modernization for utilities for faster 5G deployment as an example. In the oil and gas space, we have an open subsurface data universe platform for oil and gas. So that's at a high level, some of our overall view on our updates on the products and new services that we're actually launching, Rick.
Wipro is a very large company, obviously, but can you share a few things that are new in your utility business strategy?
Sure. Now, Rick, as you know, all of our utility clients are in the midst of a generational transformation, and that's really along four paradigms. And their success will depend on how well they can transform and adapt their own business to align and dominate these paradigms. Now, these shifts are not uniform across geographies. We see differences between what's happening, let's say, in EMEA versus APAC versus what's happening here in the States. But however, the presence and influence are unmistakable in how it's shaping our customers' futures. And these four dimensions are really around, driving to net zero and running sustainable operations, enabling a grid that is resilient, secure, and can support the changes for the next several decades. There's a shift in focus from an asset-centric support model to a very consumer-focused, model from a business standpoint. And then there's also a commercial reorientation leading to monetization of assets and services and moving away from a very commoditized approach. Now, what we've done is we've positioned ourselves to support our customers across these four dimensions and help them to transform their processes, their systems, to support this new world using relevant services and solutions. And let me dig a little deeper into our business strategy. Firstly, we support that journey towards a sustainable future by offering contextualized services that's across the spectrum, right? Whether it's the energy transition to energy efficiency, EVs, while also helping these clients understand their process footprints, abatement options, and value offered by IT solutions in improving sustainable operations. For example, things like remote working, emissions reduction, to help achieve their intermediate and final net zero goals. The second piece is that on the supply and the infrastructure side, Wipro is augmenting its already rich set of grid mod offerings, along with our partners to improve things like reliability, to accommodate DERs, and support large intermittent renewables. We all know that digital will play a key role in reducing things like asset failure, anticipate disruptions, and really advise on best possible options in running the grid. Now, in the retail space, we are also deeply invested in positioning our clients for a different future. Our clients will want to proactively sense and understand changes in their, in their customers' lifestyles, work, social, and financial context. So they will need to adapt their customer-facing value streams across the energy and mobility solutions, things like tariff-based products, customer experience, sales, marketing, and the overall brand itself. Now, we also believe that the utility market model is changing, and already new services are gaining share at the customer space, behind the meter specifically. And Wipro is committed to support our utility clients in their journey to offer differentiated services in the open energy markets, primarily in the deregulated markets, by helping to monetize assets like data, network capacity, DER sources, as an example, and eventually, of course, supporting the vision of a transactive grid. We also believe that technology, data, and design will be pivotal in enabling that agility that utilities are seeking to adapt fast. And this must include investments in platformized AI solutions, things like blockchain, automation, IoT, and other digital services, which are underpinned by a mature cloud adoption and seamless IT/OT integration. So our vision is to really enable those utilities to build these advanced capabilities they need to navigate that, the shift that's happening in the marketplace. And our immediate priorities are really on energy transition and the new business models, and by creating distinctive capabilities that will differentiate us. And lastly, we'll continue to, from a strategy perspective, look at acquisitions to bolster our portfolio. And we are using a tuck-in strategy to do it. And our recent acquisition of Rising, which is a SAP-focused solutions firm with a big focus on enterprise asset management, is a good example of a tuck-in acquisition, Rick.
Sounds great. You've got a lot going on over there, and congrats on your continued success. Well,
thank you.
So happy to have you guys as a partner with us, and look forward to seeing you and the whole Wipro team at the event very soon. And thank you for your time.
No, thank you, Rick, and we look forward to seeing you later this month.